Moi. Yeah.
Groggy. Whatever Hartman had bumped in me was making me numb. I felt like this was happening to someone else. Someone I was watching on television. I couldn't think. Couldn't focus.
Joo.
There were only empty sheets of paper here. No manuscript pages.
Miss mun manuska? Ei, tohtori, ei. Jätä mut rauhaan.
Good evening, Alan. Are we feeling better now?
Älä koske muuhun.
Calm?
Ei.
Yeah. I see you brought your pet gorilla with you. So sure, I'm calm. I get the message. Loud and clear.
Quite right. That's the spirit. You're being very brave, Alan. I understand you're confused. I would be more concerned if you weren't suspicious of me. I don't blame you for it.
Big of you.
Now, why don't you come with me? We'll reacquaint you with my clinic and go over everything
Onhan
you
kaikki
might
taas
have
päällä.
forgotten.
Äänet päällä,
Little
kuva
walk
päällä,
and some
riimi
fresh
päällä.
air? Yes, it
Kaikki on
will be
päällä.
good.
Kaikki toimii. Toivon mukaan. Kohta rupeaa tulla sitten, mitä. No, oot sä aika pitkälle kattonut.
Most of them aren't here right now. Jack took them out for a fishing trip, except for the ones who are particularly vulnerable, of course. I encourage creativity as a part of the recovery process here at Cauldron Lake Lodge. I specialize in treating artists.
I bet you do.
Splendid, Alan. I honestly believe we can get this thing
Splendid,
under
old chap.
control if we work together. This way, Alan.
Dead inside. Hei, täällä on termos. Eikö täällä olikin vaan karhu, jolla on... ei, se olikin sen jalka. Joo.
Now,
20
Alan,
eteenpäin.
from
No.
past experience,
Hänellä
I
rupeaa
know I
iskeä.
need
Tuo
to
karhu ainakin, näetkö sä?
part of the matter as quickly as I can after an episode.
Säkit
So I'm
täys.
just going to say this. Alice is dead.
No.
You're in a very vulnerable state until you understand and accept this. Alice drowned, and you couldn't face that. You're suffering from hallucinations, paranoid delusions, unusual thinking, an obsession about light and darkness, a feeling that everything revolves around you, your thoughts and dreams. Your mind has constructed an elaborate fantasy scenario in which your writings are affecting reality. She has been kidnapped, and supernatural forces of darkness are trying to stop you. We go this way, Alan.
I wasn't ready for another shot, so I went along with it. He had to be lying. But under the influence of the drug he had given me, I had to fight not to believe his words.
It's all in your head. You've been making it up. Apart from the tragic accident with your wife, no one has been killed. Your delusions are just a manifestation of your subconscious mind trying to protect you from the too painful truth. Unless we fight the fantasy, it will return. I know the instinct is to resist me, but think about it. Doesn't this make far more sense than the insane supernatural conspiracy you have concocted in your mind? You're a skeptic by nature, Alan. We both know this. Everything can be explained logically.
Yes. Mä en oo hullu. Beyond the shadow you settle for, there's a miracle illuminated. Thomas Zane. In the memory of a dear friend and a poet. Hei. Oliko se tän kaveri se? Oh no. It is all connected. Tää on mukaan siinä juonessa. Sitten on Prame-mökki.
I never get tired of this view. Very inspiring, isn't it?
Missä se
Cauldron
saari
Lake
on?
spread below us. I could see Mirror Peak on the other side of the lake. I thought I could make out the spot where Diver's Isle had been when I arrived with Alice. Now there was nothing but waves.
It seems there's a storm coming. Funny, I don't recall there being a mention of that in the weather forecast. Well, no matter. This way. Follow me.
Isompi kello. No.
Alan, what I'm telling you is good news. Right now we're in control. Every time you have a
Paljon se kello
relapse, it's
väittää?
more and more difficult to resurface from the dark depths of your imagination.
11.
Not surprising, considering your profession. Imagination is what you work with.
Meinaatko, että tää ei oo se, että kun alkaa vähän hoidot harmittaa, niin ei tulisi tänne ottaa vähän raikasta ilmaa täältä kielekkeeltä alas.
Because I'm lying?
Moi!
Don't want to admit that you're not well. It's very natural for you to think of me as your enemy.
Mutta tää on kyllä muutenkin vähän enemmän tämmönen rikkaiden parantola.
His words echoed madly inside my head. I dug my nails into the palms of my hands to stay
You need
focused.
to work with me. Once you accept that, we can begin the journey towards your recovery.
I am fine. I don't need to recover. Tohtori Hartman.
Come along. Let's go inside.
Gorilla.
Here's the entrance to the office wing. That's for staff only. You were impressed by my trophies when you first arrived here. I do love to hunt. The great outdoors, man versus nature. It's wonderful stuff.
Pretty damn wonderful, yeah. Scary, scary, scary.
Mä tiedän miksi mä kerään noita edelleen, no teen mitään.
Emerson.
I'm a real bad dream, mister. You should be afraid of me. Don't want to run into me in the night, that's for sure.
Please, Emerson. Mr. Wake is confused enough as it is.
Yeah, you'd like me to go away so you won't be scared. But you can't just decide what kind of dream you have or when you have it.
Emerson.
Okay, okay. Sorry. Boo.
That's...
Boo.
We're actually making some progress with him, I'm happy to say. He works on video
Elbow
games.
strike. Ooh,
It's
yeah.
trash, of course, but it does involve
get
some
him to the head.
small creative effort, which makes him receptive to my therapeutic methods.
No kidding.
Videopelidevi. Vähän itse ironia Remedyltä. Making video games is trash, but it helps him.
You might have noticed the typewriter in your room. You've been writing as a part of the therapy. As soon as you feel up to it, you should continue.
Anderssonit.
My rheumatism's killing me. There's a storm coming. Oh, what a storm.
Hei, Night Springs on lautapeli.
Place off the face of the earth.
And these two are the Anderson brothers, Odin and Thor. They had a... How should I put this?
Mä häiritsen, että toi Thor on
heavy
kirjoitettu
metal
tolleen.
band in the 70s and 80s called Old Gods of Asgard. They even adopted new first names to complete the image of Viking gods. After the band broke up, they lived on a farm nearby. They are, well, in advanced stages of dementia. They're well cared for, TLC and all that. There's nothing more that can be done. I'm afraid that the rock and roll lifestyle has left its mark. Oh, that won't do. I'm so sorry to cut this short for now, Alan. The power has been acting up. I'd better go check on it. We'll continue this soon. Meanwhile, when you feel up to it, return to your room and try to write. It really is for the best. Don't you think?
I'd like to bash his head in with a hammer. No, he
Ei ollut 20 min. Tässäks se oli?
But he has no clue. He's not crazy enough. Not crazy like us, Sonny. Yeah! Being crazy's a requirement, Sonny. Who else could understand the world when it's like this? It takes crazy to know crazy.
That's the sanest thing I've heard in a while.
Say,
You're all right, Tom. Hey, we like him, don't we, bro? He's got to go to the farm.
The Anderson Farm. Valhalla!
We wrote it all down, lest we forget. A crash course. All you need to know to get your head right.
Kato
You
Morten.
need to find the message.
Here's
Taas
Sonny, here's
voittorullaus.
something for you. Gave me a rash, but I kept it safe from these bastards.
Voi muuten kertoa, tänään on vähän väsyttänyt. Ois voinut katsoa
My head was
kelloa eilen, kun
clearing up,
pelattiin.
or according to Hartman, I was sinking back into the fantasy.
Mä olisin muuten mennyt päikkäreille, mutta mä lupasin aloittaa tänään ajoissa.
Everything. Crazy or not, the Andersons made more sense.
Tom, you got any booze on you?
Yeah, no.
We have
Quite
a
sleepy.
special stuff at the farm. Our own formula, local ingredients, medicine.
Kyllä.
Clears your head right up. Makes you remember.
Paljon siitä tuli? 6 tuntia? 5 tuntia?
On the brain.
Ei ihan riitä.
Oh, I just noticed. Leather patches on the elbows? That's not very rock and roll.
Tom just lost is all. Baba Yaga got to him too, the damn witch.
She used us all. Taken from all of us. Took my thunder, the witch.
And my ravens, what were they? Memory and thought, the hag.
She took something from you too, didn't she? That's what she does.
We're better off. This place, the lake, it gives you power. If you're a creator, an artist, a god.
Nightmare shifted in their sleep in the darkness of the lake.
Yeah, that's the one. She makes sure it comes out twisted and wrong. Just ask the lamp lady. She knows what happened to that other writer.
She's been using you, boy, and you let her. You went and opened the door for her, didn't you?
Now, it was already open a crack. And whose fault is that? We're morally corrupt, disease-ridden, old and stupid.
Doesn't mean he had to open it all the way, goddammit.
So tired.
Molemmat väsähti samaan aikaan.
The farm close to the lake. A place.
Kuolema korjaa univelat, vai mitä se meni? Juu, just näin.
We had parties there, man.
Huudas kerkee
You-
nukku.
you
Siellä ei voi
should
pelaa
go there and
CK3,
have a
se on ihan
party.
totta. Se on kyllä semmonen peli, että kun siinä saa sen homman rullaa ja pääsee vauhtiin, niin siinä kyllä...
Through the window, hit that hippie chick in the back of the head. 15 stitches and a concussion. Bob's dead now. Leukemia.
Stitches, snitches, and narcs.
Snitches get stitches.
Bad scene.
Vieläks nää kertoo meille jotain storya?
Tired, man. So tired.
Kuka toi on tuo artisti tuolla pihalla?
I wanna go home.
Ja miksi se maalaa noin pelottavaa kuvaa? Kuvaa, taulua, maalausta. Welcome to the Cauldron Lake. Have a look around.
Bad dream, and you can't wake up. You can't.
Who are you?
Oh, hello. I've painted you.
Okay.
I was just struck by inspiration a couple of days ago. Dr. Hartman wanted me to paint landscapes,
Rullaamista
and
odotellessa.
that's what I was doing. But now I've
Ai, ei rullaa
these
vielä.
things, a lot of them. The images just keep coming.
Okay, Connor,
Dr.
Bay
Hartman
Boomer.
likes them. He has them in his office.
Yeah?
He's very proud of me. He says I'm getting much better. I think I'm getting better.
Getting better.
Well, I guess I'd better start wrapping this up. The storm is almost here. Look at that. I'd hate to be out there tonight.
I'd hate to be out there tonight, mutta sehän on varmaan just se, mitä meille kohta käy.
don't see nightmares anymore because I'm too scary for them. I take 2 pills every morning and 1 with every meal and 4 when I go to bed. And that makes me the scariest nightmare of all.
Joo. Selkeä.
Hey, Wake, why don't you humor Dr. Hartman and give the writing a shot, huh? Typewriter's in your room. You can get to your room by those stairs, Wake.
Selkeä.
The doors were locked. Hartman and the nurses would have keys, but there was no way to get my hands on them.
Otas mä kävelen etuovesta ulos. Ei sitten.
Something's wrong. I'm not myself. It's I think there's a shadow inside my head. I can only focus on writing. Everything else is a blur. I'm trapped in this cabin. Have been for days, but it's always dark outside. My editor is real. I saw her again. She's not human. It's not human. A dark presence is wearing the old woman's face. She was covered in clinging shadows. There's a hole in her chest where her heart should be. I think I've made a horrible mistake. I don't think I'm any closer to saving Alice. It's been lying to me, using me to get the story it wants, and the story will come true.
Aamu valehteli.
Hartman wanted me to write. I knew I couldn't, but I figured I should just play along for now. It was the only thing I could do with Nurse Birch watching me like a hawk.
Nurse Birch.
Hartman had mentioned that the power had been acting up. Maybe that was the reason for the generator and the work light on the balcony. The generator hadn't been activated, and there was no key.
Kevin päätti kyllä vedä jotain miestä vahvempassa kuin näppäröit kirja. Voi olla. Mut hyvä storina on saanut kirjoitettua. Mä en tiedä, mun mielestä tää on jotenkin tosi mielenkiintoinen kyllä. Jotenkin mukava kauhujännäri. Onks tää se videopeli äijä? Death Rally, siinä on kova peli. Voi vitsi. Sekin oli mun mielestä, eikö sekin ole Remedyn peli? Taitaa olla. Minkä pelin, mikä mappi? Alan Wake joku mappidesign on tässä. Onkohan tää oikeet concept arttia jostain palaverista? On varma. Cool. Saiskohan ton Death Rally jostain? Vitsi, sitä olisi kiva pelaa pitkästä aikaa. Ei, tää ei ollut muuhun.
The white glare of the blank page in front of me hurt my eyes. My hands began to shake uncontrollably.
Everybody calm down. Put that down. Bert, I need help.
Hey, Wake, you stay here. I'm gonna go see what's up. You just keep doing what you're doing. Be cool, okay?
Be cool.
I didn't know what the chaos was all about, but it could be my only chance of getting out of here.
Where the hell did he get a damn hammer?
My hammer's up.
Oh, afraid of the crazy brothers, are ya? Not so weak now, are we?
Zane could feel the poems, taking form, shaping things. As he experimented, he imagined he could almost feel the power surging through the keys of the typewriter. It exhilarated him. But there was fear, too. If not for his young assistant Emil, he would have given it up. But Emil convinced him otherwise. He too had a way with words. Hartman kept talking, giving Barry the grand tour, clearly proud of the place. He went on and on about his hunting trophies, and Barry was impressed. But he was here on business. He raised his voice, cut through the monologue. "Hey, Hartman, where's Al?" Hartman stopped in mid-sentence, annoyed at the interruption. He nodded at the hulking orderly standing nearby. The man smiled and clapped a practiced hand on Barry's shoulder.
Jaha.
It's my storm. I'm taking it.
My storm.
We're on a comeback tour, baby.
Sinclair looked bad. That wasn't a love tap. The crazy old fart hit her hard. If she was one of Hartman's goons, she had it coming. I could get the key to the office wing from Sinclair.
No lyönyt sitä oikealla vasaralla.
Hartman's office. He had taken all my manuscript pages. That's where he'd be keeping them. The photo on the wall caught my attention. In it, the clinic staff was standing outside the lodge. I knew the man next to Hartman. He was the kidnapper. Hartman had been playing me all along.
I am famous. I represent a celebrity. They'll be looking for me. Oh, that's how you want to play it? Is that how you want to play it? Really? Okay, that's how we'll play it.
Okei, Barry. Uh-huh.
Ow! About time!
Barry, man, am I glad to see you. We need to get to Hartman's office.
It's right next door.
You okay?
Yeah. I mean, no! The cops found me at Rose's trailer, but they didn't hassle me too much. I'm obviously a victim in this, and I demanded to be treated as such. Or else I'd sue their asses. Speaking of asses, that Fed gave me a real hard time, but I had no clue where you were. That guy's crazy out. But he let me go, and then I get a call from Hartman, that son of a bitch, who tells me you're here, and I should come pick you up, but when I got here, two goons clobbered me and stuck
Siinä
me
se
in
selittää,
there.
mitä se eksyt on.
What's with the cutout?
I stole it from the diner to piss off Rose after what she did to us. That'll teach her.
Yeah, that's a harsh punishment. Come on, pal, we gotta get going.
Hartman soitti sille. Että tuu hakee Alan.
These were all the pages I had on me. And more.
Alan, please. You're sliding back into the...
Tell me one more lie and I'll shoot you in the face.
Ah, well, it was worth a shot. Really, Wake, come on. Let's work together on this. You have no idea...
Hartman, shut up! Barry, get out of here. I'll catch up with you. Get a car.
Oh, Al, let's just...
Go!
Wake, listen to me. This is a mistake. Don't you see? Together we can create something absolutely wonderful. With your ability and mine.
Mikä hymy. Hei, mihin se mun cutoutti meni? Hartman, watch his wake fall.
Hartman followed the fall of Alan Wake with his binoculars. When the rider hit the water, he ordered Jack to take the boat to him. The spot was easy to see in the dark, even with all the extra lights in the boat. The flare floated and kept burning even in the water. Jack turned the radio louder as the engine sputtered. The music was rough and clanking, something the Anderson brothers would no doubt have enjoyed. But Hartman chose to ignore it. Wake was finally within his reach.
Hyi saameri. Mhm. Ovi auki, pimeys tulee.
I needed light to get the possessed bookshelves out of my way.
Semmonen lamppu tosta ei kun se on tuolla yläkerrassa. Vittu kun tää on... Ei oo kyllä urheilijan keuhkot tällä. No. Tästä tähtää itse. Ei. Mun pakko käyttää toi flare, kai mun on. Hartman's mission.
He was no creator. He had no ambitions on that front. And he certainly didn't want to end up like every artist he had worked with here, damaged in ways that were hard to describe, or worse. It was enough for Hartman to maintain creative control and provide direction, to be a producer. That was what most of these people were in need of anyway. Of course, suitable subjects were few and far in between.
Siis... Tää on niinku... Mitä? Mikä Tokyo Drift mainostaa? Mustang Drift. Kova.
Want access to thousands of applications? Verizon Wireless has
Weebs.
you covered.
Lol.
Check out the latest games. Discover new music and old favorites. Social networking, sports scores, news. It's all at your fingertips. No matter what you're into, Verizon Wireless can satisfy your never-ending appetite for apps. Check out
Oikeesti verison
on
mainos.
your phone.
Vittu Alan Wakeis. Selkeä. Oikee ääni, jep. Op. Mennäänkö toi tulla tuolta vielä? Oh. Kaiken ton vaivan jälkeen, niin silti se osui muhun. Kahdesti. 3. Kiitti. Mutta jos Barry on tuolla, niin onko täällä jossain muualla vielä jotain? Ainakin yksi termos, mutta onko täällä manuskan sivuja? No on. Ei ku... Hei! Kuka tekee tämmösen tekstuurin tahallaan tähän peliin? Joo. Chill. Roskiksis mitään? Ois voinut olla.
I found the car, but the gate's locked. You're gonna have to go through the hedge maze over there.
Barry, I don't have a light.
Hedge maze. Classic.
Oh God!
Kyllä tää olla se, kun... Oota, mä luen ihan just. Tänään. Ja kyllä tää on tossa, kun puhuisit, että joku ohtoo sua sit. Pitää kerätä romua. Niin tää on just se. Okei. Ei tässä nyt niinku sinällään... Oho, tosta ei mahu. Niinku silleen superkiire on. The house looks bad. On kyllä saanut hyvällä tekosyllä tehtyä labyrintin tähän peliin. Those evil guys. Aha, moro. Jaksas mä? Kaaman on pakko nyt, kun mä teen tälleen hölmösti. Niin. No se on vähän aina. Don't trust Emil. Emil, saatana. Kuka oli Emil? Ollaanko me tavattu vielä semmoista hahmoa kuin Emil? Wake sees the old god's stage.
The Viking paraphernalia that littered the area surrounding an unlikely centerpiece. A full-side stage complete with an impressive sound system with all the trimmings, including a dragon. It took a special kind of crazy to build something like this in a remote field. When the sky split open with a deafening boom and the music started blasting, it felt strangely appropriate.
Mä luulen, että se olisi käynyt mun kimppuun. Mä oon muuten nyt huonossa paikkaa. No, rupesin sit lataa, kun et mennä ehkä ampua. Vitsi, onks tässäkin joku biisi? Siis mikä biisi? Niin, joku semmonen... Mennäänkö sun kontrollissa oli se... yksi trippailukohta.
Hartman hurried down the corridor. He had disliked leaving Wake when he was surely at his most susceptible to therapy. But this was not an ordinary storm. Wake had been writing, and he had woken something up in the depths of the lake. Now, it was coming for him. Hartman had naturally prepared for a situation like this. The idiot brothers would keep Wake distracted while Hartman double-checked everything, just to be sure.
Ai nyt kakkosessa. Eikö mä muista vaan siinä Controlissa oli se siisti kohta, kun mentiin sinne Talkkarin mestaan, missä oli se... Niin, missä mentiin pitkään ympyrää ja sekoiltiin ja eksyttiin. Ja sit mä kusin sen ja se alkoi sieltä ihan alusta, sit me pelattiin se seuraava striimissä loppuun. Moro. Mitäs Hartman? Eikö ei tää Hartman, tää on se gorilla. Oho. Nää linnut on kyllä ärsyttävää viholla tässä pelissä. Miten onks kattonut siitä jotain Let's Playtä vaan, onks se vaan ollut? Niinku alku oli vain silleen, että no ei oikein kiinnosta Alan Wake 2, nyt on pelannut tätä ykköstä, niin on vaan silleen, että kyllä vähän kiinnostaa se 2. Miten mä kyllä aion sitä Epicistä ostaa, et sen verran kyllä varmaan venaa, että se tulee Steamiin joskus. 144p, nice. Mut siis sehän on autenttinen Alan Wake-kokemus. Ottaisinko mä valita joku manuskasivu? No mitä mä oon missannut jo taas yhden manuskan?
Mott knew that Wake was smarter than him. Wake had more money, a beautiful wife, everything. And Hartman said Wake was important. That made him better than Mott. But Mott was calling the shots now. He'd expected Wake to whimper and grovel, but instead, he seemed willing to fight. Mott knew he'd gotten under Wake's skin. If only Mott actually had his wife. The thought made him shiver.
Ai se oli Mott. Sen kidnapperin nimi oli Mott. Mä en millään halus mennä takaisin tonne etsiä yhtä manuskasivua. Enkä varmaan menekään. Niin pitäisi luottaa puskiin. Never trust the bushes. Oh. Hei, mikä mua lyö? Kottikärry kahvat hakkas mut melkein hengiltä. Eikö nyt tuli tää? Onneksi ei lähdetty taaksepäin, huhhuh.
For the moment, Barry was just glad he had survived the fall. He had been separated from Al, and there was no easy way to climb back up. He told himself he'd be okay in the gloomy forest at night. He would just have to wait for a while for Al to find his way down. Barry turned when he heard the heavy footsteps and saw the movement. The man-shaped shadow lunged at him from the bushes, an axe held high. Barry screamed and threw up his hand. The world exploded.
Uff. Rippistä bärryllä. Emil made Tom do it. Oliko se mukaan Emil Hartman? Ei kai. Tohtori Emil. Täällä on varmaan termos, mut... Tai sit täällä ei yhtään mitään. Onpas. Mihin se toinen meni? Tää on kyllä ärsyttävää, että aina kun luuttaa tuon aseen, niin se vaihtaa siihen aseeseen. Sitten toi flargun näyttää vähän samalta kuin toi revolveri tuolla oikealla ylhäällä. Kaikista parhaiten se erottaa siitä, että mulla on vaan vähemmän kuteja siihen. Hetkinen, tää ei ollutkaan oikea suunta. Nyt on taas niin paljon resursseja, että odottaisi jotain isompaakin myllyä. Tuolla on toi, mut mitäs tässä on sitten? Manuskasivuja ansa.
Hartman watched as Wake's features slackened. The man was bullheaded, no doubt. Even lying on the bed, he'd almost broken Hartman's nose the second time. But with a little time, he could break Wake down, give him proper direction. Wake was easily the most promising subject he'd had. Well, since Tom, really. Sleep well, Alan, Hartman whispered with a smile. Let me take care of you. He sniffed hard to clear his throbbing nose, swallowed blood, and barely tasted it.
Mom.
Let's get out of here. Can you open this gate?
Maybe.
Barry.
Well, I slammed it shut when the nasty showed up, and the key fits kind of loose in the lock, so, Barry, I'll find it. Don't worry about it.
Totta kai.
Barry.
I'm on it! I'm on it!
Aha! Vittu moro! Mistä sä tulet?
It's gotta be here! Just hang on, Al! Hey, found a cord?
Kun mä vaihoin siihen Lareguniin.
I found it! No, wait, that's a twig!
Ei kun mä en ollu vaan. Fuck.
Here it is! Al, I found the key!
Meinas käydä hassusti.
now leaving Bright Falls. Come back soon sign.
We're going to the Anderson farm.
I knew you were gonna say something like that. You know what? You owe me big time for this. When this is through, if we make it, I don't care what anybody says, I'm done with darkness. You're gonna buy me a tanning bed as a gift, and I'm gonna live in it.
Harry on kyllä semmonen jätkä kaiken hummerilla. Niin se kyllä on. Niin se kyllä on.
I'm crazy, but that's fine, Barry.
Oh, you got that right, Al. You're barking mad. You are by far the craziest.
But maybe that's inevitable when you deal with crazy stuff like this. It helps. This is happening, Barry. Alice, they never had Alice.
Jos mulla on karkki, mun karkkikulos vaan, jos mä syönyt kaiken.
But she's not dead.
Al, how can you know that?
I know, Barry.
Joku ahne oli syönyt kaikki.
No, listen, I can bring her back. I can
Voi
find
voi.
her. There's something special about this place. The lake, it does something to the works of art created here.
Mä oon
It
taas
makes
tekstin
them come
päällä.
true. But there's a catch. The dark presence, whatever that thing is, twists it to its own ends. That's why all of
Kuka on
this is
syönyt
happening.
kaikki mun
It's
karkit?
using
Mä sen
my
kun
manuscript to
tietäis.
take over everything.
Al, I believe you.
It happened to Thomas Zane before it happened to the Andersons.
I believe you. Crazy or not, you're not delusional. Weird shit's going down. That's a fact. I'm on board, man. I'm with you.
The Andersons knew about it, but they were too far gone to tell me with all the drugs they were on. But they wrote it down. There's a message somewhere at their farm, Barry. You just need to find it. Look out!
God damn it, Al, talk to me!
Kyllä se näissä cutsceneissa on välillä ollut niinku ton Black Barin yläpuolella. Kyllä se oli silloin aiemminkin ja mä mietin, että mun olisi ehkä pitänyt siirtää tuota kameraa ylemmäs. Mikä nyt periaatteessa me voidaan vaan olla silleen, jossain tuo ihan sama. Silloin niin väliä, koska tässä pelissä ei ihan liikaa ole UI:tä.
Barry was nowhere to be seen.
I lost my gun and my flashlight. I lost my guns, plural.
Barry! Barry!
Oh, man, you're okay! Jeez, it's good to hear your voice! I was trying to get out of the car, but the ground gave way.
No joo. Mut siis se on vaan niinku ollut välillä, se ei oo aina. Siksi mä en jaksanut miettiä sitä sen enempää.
Forget that!
Laatu production niinku aina. Mä huomaan jotain, sit mä oon silleen, jaksa korjaa sitä.
Al! There's something moving down here! Barry, it's a taken! Use a flare, Barry!
Yeah!
Barry, are you alright?
I'm good, Al! I'm great! Guess you never messed with anyone from New York City before, huh?
The Anderson farm.
I'll be waiting!
Barry, just wait for me, okay?
Al! I'm not staying here! It's suicide! I'm going to the farm! I'm gonna go ahead and secure the area! You can catch up! Don't worry about it!
Secure the area.
Now he's Rambo. This would turn into a disaster if I didn't catch up with Barry.
Joo. Okei, Mr. Darkness. Totta kai tuolla termos, mut... Haluaiks mä yrittää hakea joku termoksen? Miksei? Ai. Au. Muuten kuolee, jos toi osuu muhun. No osu, muuten kuolla. Uhuh. Walter at the Anderson farm.
When he stopped the car at the Anderson farm, Walter felt relieved. Oblivion was close at hand. The brothers wouldn't miss a jar of moonshine or two in the booby hatch. But then he saw the man on the porch, and he knew who it was. Driving for his life and knowing it was useless, he didn't realize he was crying until he couldn't see the road for the tears.
Jaha. Et tääkään ei ollut oikea suunta. No eipä tietenkään. Eipä tietenkään. Minkä takia mä välillä ihmettelen, että tää ei ollut oikea suunta, kun tuolla on koko ajan toi kompassi tuolla yläreunassa, mikä näyttää mikä on oikea suunta ja mikä ei. Mä silti aina silleen, ei se oo tännekään. Eli kuitenkin kertoo suoraan mihin pitää mennä. Tai suoraan ja suoraan, about suoraan.
Shadows crawled over the gate. I needed a light to destroy them to get through.
Valoja päälle. Aha. Parkour. Jolla me näkee ehkä yksi. Missä? Eikö en tiedä.
Agent Nightingale stared at the passed out rider. The man was sleeping off one hell of a night. Nightingale felt a stab of envy at Wake's oblivion, but he had a job to do. He put the gun to Wake's head and almost became a murderer. His hand shook and his throat felt tight and dry. Biting his teeth, he tried again to pull the trigger. He lost the nerve. Wake stirred. Nightingale would have to settle for an arrest.
Miksei se vaan tappanut mua? Shortcut. Oho! Oppa!
I could sense the movement in the woods ahead. Facing the enemy without a weapon was dangerous, but I had no choice.
No mut onneksi on kyllä jättänyt kuitenkin pikkari. Trust no one in the dark. Emil. Uh-oh. Ai vitsi. No, tää ei kyllä nyt pääty hyvin. Hei. Se on mua nilkkaa. Voi vittu, nilkki. No mitä tossa voi nyt tehdä muuta kuin olisi pitänyt ehkä koittaa saada toi lamppu päälle, mut... Käynnistyhän huhhuh. Läheltä piti. Käyn katsomaan, että milloin se heittää saman tien. Bonk. Ai. Ai, mitä? Just unlock. Ne on kyllä ihan liikaa noita vasaroita, mitä ne voitte heitellä. Katso sitä, skippasin triggerin. Kun tää ei sitä jaksais juosta. Mut kun ne juoksee kovempaa, sit siellä ne kaverit heittelee koko ajan, sit se stunlock ihan hullu tossa.
For all I knew it was Barry, caught in the consequences of leaping before looking.
Voi barr. Heavy dude. Ja täällä ois rellua heittää. Ei vissi. Energiäisen maklaa, että ihan...
The car was heading for the cabin up ahead. It wasn't far. If it was Barry, I would see the damage soon.
Kyllä. Hassu silleen vanhaksi peliksi, kun tossa on tommosia vähän asioita rikkovia, tai niinku illuusioita rikkovia juttuja, kun tää on ilmeisesti osittain rahoitettu in-game adseillä, niin...
I'm trying to deliver each page to the right time and place. I'm trying to show you how the story goes.
I had seen glimpses of the light before. I had seen it in my dream. It was a strange spaceman or a diver in a bulky suit. He was the one who'd been placing the pages on my path.
Sehän on Zane itse.
The dark presence followed the choreography laid out to it in the manuscript, growing stronger and stronger, like a storm from one scene of destruction to the next. But it was still bound to follow the story and chained to the dark place it came from. When the story reached the end it longed for, it would finally be free.
Be free, my darkness. Be free. Sitten on levottomia paikkoja nää karhun rautametsät. Aulikko. Onks meillä kuulaa?
Someone had left a gun behind. Now I had a fighting chance of reaching the farm.
The patients escaped the lodge.
The storm raged on as the Anderson brothers walked unsteadily away from the clinic with the other patients in tow, knowing that this time they wouldn't return. The darkness around them seethed with horrors, but Tor and Odin were unafraid. Their eyes glinted with guile. They knew every secret path, and there was blood on their hands. They had fought these shades before.
Andersonin veljeksille tuttuu puuhaa. The taken are filled with darkness. No, kyllä. Tämä oli selvää. Joutuu perhana välillä jopa melkein vähän keskittyä, kun täällä on näitä ansoja maassa ja sit yksi heittelee ja sit nää yllättää koko ajan tälleen, että spannaa suoraan selän taakse ja... Mut tuu pelaa, jep. Mieti. Uli, vali. Ei ollutkaan leffa. Ois voinut laittaa vielä vähän helpommalla. Ei vitsi mikä sniperi. Oho, kuulet. No, mitä? Vikat 2. Nyt me ollaankin jo perillä. Ei vittu! Kuka tänne sanoo?
I could see the car, but there was no sight of the driver.
No sign of the driver. Moose.
Hello? Anybody here? Barry!
Kai sulla on HNH tommonen talja sun seinällä. Yläkerrassa on kyllä bileet. Ai ei oo!
The front door was locked.
Onko sä tehnyt niistä kaikista rotsit ja viitat? Nyt ei oo kyllä The Season kyllä hommaakaan niitä, kun kohta on kaikki paikat jääs. Joki oli vielä sula, mutta se järvi oli jääs. Se on tuolla. Piha.
I know you. You were in jail the other day.
I went to the farm again for the moonshine, you know? It makes you see. They're not gonna miss it. They're in the loony bin. But my buddy, Danny, I lost him. Something's gone wrong with him. It's not him.
Matalikato. Eikö niin totta, niin ne oli vasta jo jääs. Mäkin kävin hakemaan parin blokkia jäätä kellariin.
Who wrote this crap anyway?
I did. Minähän sen kirjoitin. Aha, ei. Kato vittu moro.
I've run through every possible course in my head. If I continue like the Dark Presence wants me to, the story I'm writing won't save Alice. It's a horror story, and it's going to kill her, and me, and everyone.
Niin joo.
No one will survive. Darkness will consume everything.
Jääkö se
This
käy
is what
nostamassa?
it wanted all along. It will be free, unstoppable. It used Alice to get.
Vähän sääli, että siinä ei ollut nyt kaloja.
To keep me going. It was never going to release her. I'm going to change this. I'll escape.
Se voi kyllä olla, että kyläalueelle ei spawnaa kaloja, mikä olisi vähän mer.
I'm now the protagonist. This feels like a terrible risk, but it's the only way to save Alice. I'll be bound by the events of the story just as much as anyone else who's been woven into it. The story must stay true for this to work. There have to be victims along the way, near escapes, cliffhangers. In a horror story, it can't be certain that the hero will succeed or even survive. He almost has to die. I'll write my own escape into the story next. I need help. Zane's going to be the one who will help me. I'll make it happen.
I'll make it happen. Yes. Metal Gear Wake. Hyi saatana! Ja mä nyt tiesin, että täältä tulee joku, mut... Missed me with that shovel shit.
Let me guess. Danny, huh?
Pihalla on manuska.
The farm was still a good distance away. I'd need a car to get there.
Miksi tämmöset kellarit, missä riiputetaan jotain eläimiä, on kyllä niinku... Arkkupakastin. Ja peura. Lasy. Very good. Mikä se onkin ollut siis verkosta? Pitäisi tietyn ajankäyden asti. Siitä saattaa hävitä ne kalat, jos ne on liian kauan vai? Mikä se aika oli? Kerran päivässä, kerran 2 päivässä. Nuhlää. Ei ollut mitään. Siinä oli vain tietyn väliajoin, mutta ei ollut, että mikä se väliaika on.
For a moment, Hartman considered strangling the idiot. Mott was mean-spirited, but easily manipulated. An emotional infant who lived for his approval. Wake, by contrast, was a far more difficult subject. Mott had given him too much leash. In 2 days, who knew what could happen? Hartman would have to find a way to rein him in, and quickly.
Get to the farm.
If Barry wasn't up here, he was probably in trouble down at the farm. For a moment, I felt bad for doubting him. After all, I'd made it this far myself. But Barry was Barry.
Tärkeä termos. Pakko kerätä, vaikka mä tiedän, että mä oon missannut niitä joka tapauksessa. Leijova ammuspaketti. Onks tää ikkuna, joo. Alright. Täällä palo valot hetki sitten, nyt täällä ei enää pala valot. Fresh code have a chance to disappear per unit of time, so there's a judgment call to be made on when to record the nets, as leaving them for too long will cause them to be empty books. Just. Jos ne oli jo vähän aikaa, niin siellä ei oo kalaa, kun ei siihen tullut, mutta jos se oli jo pitkän aikaa, niin sit siellä ei oo kalaa, kun ne on kerennyt katoa sieltä. Mee. Pitäisikö niinku kerran päivässä sit käydä jotenkin laittaa tai jotain? Kokeilee, resettaa.
Well, as I'm sure everyone's noticed, that storm we all felt coming is finally here. The boys at the Weather Service reckon it'll last until morning at the very least. Pertaining to that, let me read that missing persons alert again. The Sheriff's Department's still looking for a Caucasian woman, 30 years old, slim and blonde with blue eyes. She may be lost in the woods, and it's possible she's been injured in a car accident. If you see her, please make sure you get her indoors and call the sheriff. It's bad weather to be caught out in, so if you see someone in the area who maybe looks a little confused, give him a hand, all right? This is Pat Maine on KBF FM, hoping you're all safe and warm tonight.
Safe and warm tonight. Aamulla käy heittää illalla, tulee soi melkein 2 päivää. Nyt joku semmonen. Aamuin illoin käy kattoo verkot. Niin ja miten ehkä se voisi olla hyvä. Ja supermörkö tää. Siis in-game aamuilta. No nyt sä saisit käydä niinku joku... Mitä se on? 4 tunnin välein. Mitähän saa olla rämpäämässä jatkuvasti? Ei kun in-game päivä on 8 tuntia, jos sä käyt aamuilloin ja ne kestää saman verran, niin sit se on 4 tunnin välein. 3-4 tunnin välein. Aika rei. Joku tuolla pilvellä, tuolla pimeyspilvellä olisi ollut kasvot äsken. Koska siis sillä varmasti olikin, mutta... Pääseekö tästä? Ei. Eikö niin, sit pääsee kävellä? Alan Waken rep. Aha, dobra. Old Gods Asgard. Ootas ihan hömlöjä. Onko sä semmosia varasraketteja vai voiko näitä itse ampua? Kai noit voi itse ampua.
I'd known the brothers used to be some kind of rock stars, but it hadn't really sunk in until I saw the stage.
Aha. Mä olisin halunnut tutkia ton mökin vielä. Live show.
I'm so glad you decided to go it alone, Mr. Bronson. Shut up and shoot! Ow! We have to fight them off! I can set off one of the fireworks from here and help you out!
Tää on varmaan taas jotain copyright-musaa, YouTube tykkää hyvän. Mistä sä tulit? Tää on kyllä... Siis se mikä mun on kyllä pakko sanoa, jos jotain huonoa tästä pelistä, niin tää tekee tän vaikeuden välillä niinku halvasti. Mikäköhän vittu peli se oli toi? Se oli joku onkohan se Ashes of... Remnant of the Ashes. Niin siinä oli aina silleen, että vihut spawnas silleen, että ne oli aina sun selässä. Niistä ei lähtenyt mitään ääntä eikä mitään, ne vaan ilmestyi sun selkään ja löi sua. Ja se oli niinku se, mistä sen pelin vaikeus tuli. Ne vaan ilmestyi sua selkään ja sit se oli niinku siinä. Sama pää niinku kontrollissa. No se voi olla. Mut joo, mulla tuli kans Onsy mieleen tosta. Heavy Duty Lantern, no nyt on pikkainen. Mä mietin jossain vaiheessa, että onkohan tässä tommosia. Luututaan toi vielä kun voidaan. Oho. Hei, kuka tän UI on suunnitellut, että lamppu menee tän numeron päälle? Boom. Boom. Au. Ei älä vaiha. Ei vaiheta. Ei, et sä nyt voi vaihtaa, kun meitä hakataan. Voi vittu. Jaa. Mitäpä nyt tohon pitää sanois? Häh? Eiku mua taas heitettiin jostain. No. Välillä kyllä turhauttaa. No muuta mieleen, osa niistä manuskripteista oli vaan sillä vaikeamman. Niin oli, mut ne on merkattu mitkä on vaikeamman. Niissä on toi merkki. Näissä ei oo merkki. Jos sä sitä mietit, kun mä sanoin jossain vaiheessa, että mä oon missannut näitä, niin näissä ei oo tota. Find this page in nightmare difficult.
That was awesome!
Bright Falls, rock and roll capital of America.
Hey, Al! This way to the farm!
Nyt on kyllä variksen pelätty. Hyi.
See, bestseller, no reason to worry. Your cutout's good as new, right where I left it. I'll come back for it once we have the place secured.
Yeah, that's been my biggest worry all this time.
Hyvä huomaa tässä vaiheessa, että tossa oli tommonen. Olis tänne päästä takas vielä.
Deputy Mulligan tuned Thornton's chatter out. He didn't think riders were particularly useful people, and a huge manhunt for one stuck him as idiotic. Certainly not worth the missed opportunity for coffee and pie. It wasn't even clear what the man had done, except run from them at the trailer park. Mulligan knew he wasn't alone. The sheriff's patience with the Fed was running out.
The Fed.
We need to get this thing moved out of the way.
This is as far as I got before they ambushed me. Hey, I think Alan Wake here has something to say.
What's that, Al? I'm Alan Wake. I'm always right about everything. And if I don't get my way, I'll sulk all day long. I'm always intense and moody. Wow! You look at that thing, Al? They really went all out with this Viking crap, didn't they?
Cool.
Look at all this stuff. They must have done okay for themselves, so how come I never heard of these guys before?
And this from the guy who learned about Ozzy Osbourne through reality TV?
Ooh.
We all spend a third of our dreams in its soft embrace.
Barry Turpiki.
Hey, remember when I got you that gig? Your first real writing job. What got you started? Was this one of your episodes?
In Night Springs. Tonight's episode.
Vaikka se lisäsikin kyllä ihan hyvä mielenkiintoisen fakta, että okei, me ollaan kirjoitettu osa näistä jaksoista.
We join Mr. Jones as he explores the endless dreamscape, only to be brought to a sudden stop by a decidedly mundane situation. A long line of people.
Hey, Jones, right? Listen, we're gonna have to wait until His Highness over there is good and ready.
Oh wow, who's that?
You don't know him? What are you, new? He's the guy dreaming us. Well, not just us. He dreams everything. All of this.
But wait, no. I'm the one who's dreaming. I'm asleep. Isn't this my dream?
Oh, yeah. Sure. Get real, pal. You're just another dream. I'm a dream. You're a dream. The weirdo in the diving suit is a dream. And the girl made of smiles and sunshine is definitely a dream.
But I'm pretty sure I'm dreaming this.
Well, maybe you're a really confused dream. What am I, a shrink? All I know is I'm going with the smart guys, and they say that's the guy doing the dreaming. Right there.
I don't know what that means.
It means we keep him happy. No sudden falls. We make sure he has his clothes on when he goes out in public. No chases where the monster is nipping at his heels and he runs like crazy, but his legs don't seem to get him anywhere. None of that. Because if he wakes up in a cold sweat... Yeah, precisely. So we wait till he wants to move on. Keep things nice and calm.
Hey, something's happening here.
Yeah? What's that?
What? Can't you hear that?
Oh, God help us, it's an alarm clock. Oh, it's you, isn't it? Please, man, I got a wife and kids. Please don't wake.
Please don't wake up. Hetkonen. Tossa.
It's 1976. Madness reigns at the Anderson farm. Contrary to all logic, the headiest ingredient of their moonshine is unfiltered water from Cauldron Lake. The Andersons feel like gods. Odin can't stop laughing. He contemplates cutting his eye out. Tor runs across the field, naked, shrieking, hammer in his hand, trying to catch lightning. Their songs have power. Something ancient is stirring in the depths, coming back.
On kyllä taikavettä tossa järvessä.
The Viking boat looked imposing, almost like a battering ram.
Almost like a battering ram. Nyt peli kerroit kyllä ehkä vähän liian suoraan, mitä mun pitää tehdä, mutta ei se mitään. Kiitos kuitenkin. Thanks. Tiukka keikka-aikataulu. Ragnarok Tour. Mitä? Bonk. Hei. Saamari. Miten tällä ei oo mitään hätää täällä alhaalla? Eikö niin se meni ulos jo? Tää on taas tämmönen Supersonic-hessu. Kuules nyt. Nää melkein naurattaa enemmän nää nopeet vihut. Gotta go fast! I'm the fastest man alive! Vaan juoksee ihan random suutiin yhtä päättävästi. Aha. Onks mulla? No se heitti sen kuitenkin. Tää se oli jo valmiiksi. Oh yeah. Bonu bannu.
Wow! Those geezers had quite a production going on. Ooh, you know what, Al? If we make it through this alive, I'm gonna start representing them. Yep, sell this stuff online, maybe get a reality show going, release a new single.
Good luck with that, pal.
Hey, you find us a way out here, okay? I'm gonna take a closer look at this stuff.
The door was barred from the other side. I'd have to find another way.
A, B, C. Nyt oli kyllä vähän munaton potkaisu, mutta veokas kuitenkin.
Be careful, Al!
Open, okay?
Se olisi voinut olla pelottavaa ja säikäyttävää, mutta sit se ei ollut.
As you regular listeners know, I tend to work through the night, but I'm not the only one. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton are taking a couple of moments off their busy schedule to join me here in the studio. Boys, how busy are you now? Deerfest is almost here, isn't it? I bet that keeps you in business.
Pretty busy, yeah.
Actually, Pat, we've been real busy with other stuff.
Which concerns an ongoing investigation. We can't talk about that, Thornton.
I wasn't gonna say anything. I was just saying we got, you know, other irons to fry.
And how would you compare your workload to last year's? Things have seemed relatively peaceful to me, but people do tend to get a little wild this time of year.
Oh, it's wild, Pat. It's pretty wild. There's been all sorts of trouble this year. Vandalism, fighting, public disturbances. A lot of people gone missing, too.
Yeah, it's pretty much the usual stuff, Pat. Just, you know, a lot more of it.
Now, is it just
the
me,
usual?
Does Deerfest get wilder every year? People seem to be more drunk, at least, or they start earlier and younger.
Oh, it's definitely not just you, Pat, but...
Definitely, Pat.
Hey, I'm talking here, Thornton. Oh, shoot, I lost my train of thought.
Not just me.
Oh, yeah, it's wilder, Pat, but actually most of the trouble seems to be coming from grown men. People who ought to know better, you know? Kids are doing fine this year.
Well, that's nice to hear at least. Boys, I want to thank you for stopping by. I'll let you get back to your patrol.
Sure thing, Pat.
Yeah, sure thing, Pat.
Lapsissa mitään vikaa, ne on ne aikuiset, jotka sikailee.
I could see the building that had to be the Andersons' home on the other side of the field. It wasn't far now. I wasn't worried about trusting the ramblings of two burned-out geriatric wrecks. They had the goods.
Dick. Ton olisi varmaan voinut avata muutenkin, mutta... Mä meinasin sanoa, että vitsi jos toi lähtee tosta käyntiin ja tulee meidän perään, mutta mä en kerennyt. Hei. Defeat the Harvester. Jaa. Mitäs tälle pitää tehdä? Ei. Olisiko se syödä? No miksi? Mä oon nyt tarpeeksi... Tai en oo taas tarpeeksi fiksu tähän. Niin mä oon myös mietin, että sille varmaan pitää syöttää jotain paskaa, mutta mitä paskaa sille pitää syöttää? Varmaan näet just. Se varmaan pitää saada itse asiassa puskea tää varmaan rikki tästä. Mä luulen, että täällä on takana jotain. Tuppas tänne. Hop hop. Sä pystyt siihen melkein. Come on. Just noin. Just noin. Vähän vielä. Perhana. Yritetään uudelleen. Otat sieltä hyvä vauhdi. Toi taisi olla se, mistä me tultiin. Osaisiko tän portin auki? Kuin polikkamaa vaan pitäis vaan ampuu. Mut kyllä näyttäis tulevan tommoset efektit, ettei ei ota damagea. Mä en nyt tajuu. Pääseekö tässä pelissä kyykkyy? Ei. Onko se toi vitun... Ei kato, voihan siihen tällä ampua, kun menee vaan tarpeeksi lähelle ja käyttää tätä power moodia. Mä olin vaan pali. Olipa tärkeä juosta noin saatanan kauan. Mites noita esineitä on aiemmin hajotettu? Suora virtaaja oli vähän tyhä, mutta semmoista se välillä on. Game too hard. I'm so stupid. Miksi peli ei kerro mulle, mitä mun pitää tehdä? Mä haluan, että mun kädestä pidetään. Mä en osaa. Auta mua peli. Joo. Mä yritin miettiä liian fiksuja kaikkea syöttää sille valokranaatteja ja kaikkea. Ratkaisu oli vaan, että no osata sitä sillä saamarin lampulla. No. Hänellä pitäisi vaan käyttää sitä yksinkertaista ratkaisua.
Al? Is that you out there, buddy?
Yeah, it's me. Hang on.
Hey, let's go, man.
Let's go! Peli pyörii yhden mekaniikan ympäri, kokeilee kaiken muun. Niin, about näin.
I think we're gonna have to work together to open this gate, Al. Looks pretty heavy.
Mitä sä oot tehnyt? Koko pelin.
Hey, I think that's the farm on the other side of the field.
Sitten mä vielä ammuin joku 3 lippaallista trellua tohon silleen. Ei se kyllä ota damagea. Miksi ei ota damagea? Ai ne voi olla vaan fiksut, tiiäks? Se ei vaan niinku aina vaihtoehto. Välillä pitää olla vähän tyhämpä. Old gods know the truth. Cool. Hello!
The lights are out. I guess we better check the fuse box.
Find the fuse box. Klassikko.
The power downstairs was out, but I was sure I could fix that at the fuse box.
Ain't that right? Oppa, jees, kiitos. Oho, se on aukeskin. Mä olin ihan varma, että se ei aukea.
You know, this place looks kind of lived in. I thought the Andersons were in the booby hat.
Tää on niin kirkas tää valo, että mä en näe lukea tota tekstiä.
They seem to slip away a lot so they can go wasted.
Paukuta vähän pannoja. Ai aseella.
Those guys sound awesome.
Ai kun niin, ei kun pannu, joo.
Come on, Al, let's get the lights.
Joo. Ei voinut. Peli ei antanut.
Again, Alice's screams rang in the stillness of the night. I saw myself run toward the cabin, flashlight in my hand. I followed my past self. I was an out-of-body observer, a time traveler in a crazy drunken dream. This was the beginning. The night Alice had disappeared. The mystery of what had happened during the missing week was about to reveal itself.
Yes. We will soon know. Hyppysäikkö 3 ja 2 yhteen.
Can you hear that, Al? Music?
Of course. We need to find where it's coming from. That's the message the Andersons talked about. That's the whole reason we're here.
Lady of the Light? Oh, that's gotta be what's-her-face, the crazy lamp lady from the town.
Cynthia Weaver.
Right. Must be.
What's up, Paul? Wall.
Okay. We need to find Cynthia Weaver. We'll stay here for the night and head back to town as soon as it gets light.
Hey, Al. Lots of hours before dawn. Might as well get some rest. And by rest, I mean drunk.
Come on, Barry, this is... Yeah, what the hell?
Tommosella määrää pontikkaa, niin voi olla, että aamulla ei ajeta kaupunkiin. Voi olla vähän pähkipä.
Crazy bastard. I'm gonna stick by you, no matter what, ever, Al. Sure, like a brother.
I'm a writer, goddammit.
Correct.
If I just wanted to, I could write 10 books a year. And they'd be the best books that year.
No, you couldn't.
That's right, I couldn't. But I could, because I'm a writer.
What? What do they put in this stuff? I feel like my brain is coming out of my nose. I'm gonna get the recipe off those coots and be a booze millionaire.
I just miss her, Barry. I just want her here with me.
I know, Al. I know. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna make it okay.
Tää jäbä ei voi hyvin.
Alice, I'm coming. It's all right. I'm coming.
It was a crazy drunken dream, and yet it was more than that. It was the truth, a suppressed memory unearthed by the Andersons' moonshine. I was there, an out-of-body observer. This was the night Alice and I had arrived at Bright Falls, the night Alice had disappeared. I had a chance to find out what had happened. I remembered being surprised to see the cabin dark. Alice would have never turned the lights off. I remembered thinking I caught a glimpse of her form underwater, sinking into the darkness. Beyond this lost memory, there was nothing. I had to follow the footsteps of my past self to find out what had happened that night. Diving after her was the last vague memory I had of that night.
Batman!
The next thing I could remember was waking up behind the wheel of the crash car and finding the first pages of the manuscript. I couldn't find her in all that blackness. I must have thought she drowned.
Alice!
Jagger had Alice, and so she had me.
Alice!
I'd been easy prey.
Look at the cabin. Is there someone in the window?
Alice?
Maybe she didn't drown after all. Maybe she's inside.
Alice!
Yes.
The dark presence had touched me. She had dug her nails into my brain and used me, made me her puppet.
She must be here somewhere. Maybe upstairs in the study.
Alice!
Yes, that's where she is. You can apologize.
Alice!
You'll laugh at the whole thing together and put it behind you.
Alice?
She's not here. You were foolish to think so. No, she's dead. She drowned.
No, no, no!
It's your fault your wife is dead. You are guilty. All she wanted was to help you right. You killed her.
Ah!
Oh, hush. There's still hope. Cauldron Lake is a special place. Here, you have the power to change things. She wanted you to write. I will tell you what to do. You can write her back. The story will come true, and all will be well again.
She had Alice, and the manuscript was the ransom for her. Yes. All right. I'll fix it. I'll bring her back. No. I wrote it. I remembered it all now. In the dark, I'd written for days, a week, almost a complete manuscript of a novel entitled Departure. Jagger had been my editor, whispering in my ear, making sure that the unfolding story would make her more and more powerful. I thought I was saving Alice. Even with the cobweb she put in my head, some part of me had been aware enough to write my escape into the story, to bring a light into the cabin to release me before I could finish, to interrupt the horror story before the ending, where darkness consumed everything and everyone. Zane was weak and far away, but I had written him into the story, and his light had been enough to set me free.
It isn't here now. I'm here because it was written. I brought the light to set you free. You must hurry. It will know I'm here. It will be back soon. It stole the skin of my Barbara a long time ago. She looks so old.
I had woken up, confused and groggy. My
Big
mind
Daddy.
consumed by darkness
Yep.
and fear. All I could do was to escape. The week spent in the cabin had taken its toll. I was barely conscious and fading fast. It had to have cost Zane terribly, thrown him even deeper into whatever dark place he now haunted. But he had managed to weaken the dark presence, kept me safe that night. I wrote it. It's my fault.
That's right, James Joyce. It's your fault, and you're gonna pay for it.
Fed. Ai niin, nää pitää skippaa, koska
Previously on
YouTube ei
Alan Wake.
tykkää.
Under the influence of the dark presence, I wrote a horror story that is coming true. Jagger had been my editor, making sure that the unfolding story would make her more and more powerful. Some part of me had been aware enough to write my escape into the story.
Together we can create something absolutely wonderful.
The lake, it does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come true. My mom gave me this old light switch.
The clicker.
Alice is being kept in a dark prison. I need to find Cynthia Weaver to fix this.
It's your fault, and you're gonna pay for it.
The clicker.
Well, we're expecting a record crowd from the neighboring counties. Naturally, we hope to break the record set by last year's Moose Fest in our neighboring town, Watery. Ladies and gentlemen, some people have asked me, what's the big deal about Deer Fest? And I think that this sums it up. It's about friendship and community. We've got a great party coming up. Let's try to hold it in until tomorrow and get through the night in one piece, all right?
Someone will come for it when the time is right. Thomas said so. He wrote it. The key is insurance. It's my job to keep it safe. Safe in the light. Always in the light. Hello.
All the manuscript pages were gone. The FBI agent had taken them.
I think my tongue just took a crap in my mouth. Ugh. Oh, wait, we're in
Maistuuks
jail
kissan paska suussaan?
Hell, this is not good.
That about sums it up.
Olisitko käykännyt jotain edes ulos?
Oh, I am never drinking again.
I need to talk to Weaver. She's the one in the song. The Lady of the Light.
What, the crazy lady? Whatever you say, Al, but we're stuck here. They're not
You haven't
gonna...
even interviewed Wake.
I had some reading to do first, Sheriff, and let me tell you, it was an interesting read. Well, I've got you now, Raymond Chandler. It's all here. All the evidence, including conspiracy to murder a federal agent. There's no way you're walking out of here. You hear me in there, Bret Easton Ellis? Huh?
Agent Nightingale, I want to talk to your superior.
Well, we all want things, Sheriff. I wanted my... Look, that's not possible right now.
Agent Nightingale, I insist.
Pimeys tulee.
Wake, what's wrong?
Lady, are you stupid? It's a trick. It's an obvious trick.
Okay, I've had enough of this crap. Wake, I'm gonna trust you with this.
You're joking.
Agent Nightingale, your opinion would matter more if you were sober and if I actually believed you were here on official business.
Whoa! Get back in the cell, Stephen King. The only way you're leaving this place is over my dead... Wait a minute. I know this.
Oh my god!
Light. We need light. It's the only way to fight this thing.
Wait a minute. I know this part.
Follow me.
Oh man, we're sitting ducks with the lights out.
Stay cool.
Nightingale tried to make sense of the manuscript. It was disjointed and strange. He didn't understand half of it, but it all rang true. Impossibly true. He took out his hip flask when he reached the page that described how he reached the page that made him take out his hip flask. It wasn't the booze that made his mind reel. Nightingale felt the situation veering out of his control, but the gun at least felt steady in his hands. He was ready to fire, resolved that he would let this happen over his dead body. And yet he hesitated. He had seen this moment before, read it in the page. He was transfixed by the déjà vu and the horror that he was a character in a story someone had written. Then the monstrous presence burst in behind him and dragged him into the night.
I can get the emergency power on.
Valot päälle. Mihin se Barry meni?
Here are your things. Wake, what do I need to know? What do you need from me?
They can be hurt in the light, only in the light, and I need to find Cynthia Weaver. She can help me stop this.
Light. Check. Cynthia. She lives in the old decommissioned power plant. I can get you there pretty quickly in the rescue chopper. Come on, let's get back to your friend.
In the chopper. Get to the chopper, niin sanotusti.
I need you to stay here. What? No. We're going to fetch our ride, but I have friends who need to be warned about this, and I can't be in two places at once. I need your help.
Olisiko näköistä sanoa vaan seisoo tuonne tuttavarissa?
Here's a list of people.
Tänne oli mun tavaroita ja se sanoo, että ota sun tavara.
Call them and tell them you have a message from me. Night Springs, okay? They'll know what to do.
Night Springs? Like the TV show? Gotcha. Oh, hey, that radio guy is on the list. Maine. Who's Frank Breaker? He related to you?
My dad.
Hey, is this like a secret society?
Can you do this? You'll be safe here. The backup power's on. These guys need to be alerted, just in case we don't come back.
You'll come back for me though, right?
As soon as we get the chopper ready. Thanks, Wheeler. I owe you one. Okay, let's go, Wake. Through the back.
My hangover wants a pizza. You think there's any way I could order one, Al?
Order a pizza. Oi vitsi, oispa pizzaa. Oh.
Oh, hell. Whatever took Nightingale must have broken the gate controls. We can't reach the gate's control box from here. We need to get to the other side over the rooftop.
I'll go. I'll open the gate for you once I'm across. You stay here in the light and cover me, Sheriff, okay?
Are you sure? Okay then, but hurry.
Find a way to access the rooftops. Ei siellä. Ihan normi, kun pelaa kahvikaa. Ai tekee mieli pizzaa vai et mä vaan luuttaa ja toinen kattoo vierestä. Kumpi?
I needed to reach the rooftop to get to the other side of the broken gate.
Mulle vaan tuodaan aina kaikki naamaa eteen, minkä mä voin sen. Mä vaan istun kikkustuolissa ja muut hoitaa homma. Pizzaa nyt tekee aina mieli, true. Se pitää pakkansa. Pitkään aikaa syönyt pizzaa. No en kyllä nyt tiedä pitkään, voiko sanoa pitkään aikaa. Pitäisikö viikonloppuun syödä pizzaa? Ui vitsi, pitäis. Hyvin puhuttu. Ja mikä hikkakin iski saman tien. Pizzahikka. Oh no, it's the birds. Nää on kyllä ärsyttäviä vihoja. Voi joku. Niin joo, kun siinä on se, että kun sä teet aina sen taikina ja kaikki ja ostat ne setit, ja sit sulla on niinku matkut niin moneen pizzaan, että ei siinä oikein voi tehdä muuta kuin syödä niitä viikkoista pizzaa. Mut sit taas toisaalta viikon pizzasetit ostaa sillä samalla hinnalla kuin tilaa yhden.
Password. Night Springs? What's that all about?
It's a stupid joke we have. That Bright Falls is the original inspiration for the TV show. This town can get weird at times. Never gets weird though. Need to bypass the damaged control box.
What am I, an electrician? Hold on.
Ay.
That's smart.
Good job, Wake. Okay, stick close. Our first stop is the town hall.
Pikku lähellä.
Chopper are there.
Stick close ja sit heti on silleen shiny. Oh. Ei, sieltä tulee se peurafloutti. Tuleeko se takas? Kai se tulee takas sieltä. Mitä mä sanoin sulle? Vaan valossa. Fresh seafood. Fish and shrimp. Ai vitsi, tänään oli hyvä katgarabubasta. Tai kahteen. Captain Oscar. Follow.
And I
Hehehe. Hassun vitsin murjasit. Katkarapuja. Niissä on kyllä just se, että olisi ihan sikasisti just tehdä joku siis katkarapun wokki tai katkarapun nuudelivokki on ihan törkeä hyvää. Mut sit just se, että ne on ihan superkalliita pakasteita. Vittu moro. Kun kävi lounassa ravintolassa, niin se maksoi saman verran kuin aina ennenkin. Tuli semmosia kunnon jättikatkarapuja. Varmaan on nähnyt hetken niin isoja katkarapuja. Ei nyt silleen jätti, ei semmosia niinku Japanin deep fried jättikatkarapuja, mut ihan hyvän kokoisia kyllä. Siis totta kai oli pannarin jälkkeriksi.
Watch my back, Wake.
Watch my backside, Wake.
It's an ambush.
Juman kautta, tää on ansaa. Kukapa olis uskonut. Bitch, please. Sanoks toi just oikeesti freeze noille haamuille? Joka sä nyt avaisitte? Aha. Vittu moro! Freeze! Freeze! No. Peruttaisko toi tonne? Olisiko se kiltti silleen? Ei, älä tuu! Jos on hyvä, kun sen olisi saanut tuonne pakuun, niin se on helppo ahdistella sitä tuon soihdulla. Joko nyt?
Let's go, Wake.
Mennään, Wake.
Okay, someone's messed with the fuse box here, but you should be able to jury rig it while I find the keys.
I already got electrocuted once today. How about I look for the keys and you get burned for a change?
Fine. They should be in the clerk's office on the other side of the building near the main entrance.
Gotcha.
En mä nyt tiedä, onko tää parempi diili, mut kai tässä lukee jotain siitä, että toi kuolee toi.
The darkness that wore Barbara Jagger's face was furious. The story in the manuscript had been making it stronger all the time, but now the light had set the writer free and hurt it, weakened it. It was only a matter of days before the dark presence would be strong again, but meanwhile, it would be difficult to recapture the writer. The message was from Barry. He was getting worried at the station. He wanted us to hurry.
Hurry, hurry! Välillä mä mietin, mihin aikaan toi dotka pitäis aina ajoittaa, kun tosi usein painaa joko liian ajoista tai liian myöhään. Olis muuten hunting rifle. Paljon mulla on kuulaa siihen, jos mä vaihan. 11. No on kyllä parempi.
Okay, Sheriff, I got the keys.
Got it. Sheriff? Uh-huh.
Barry?
Why isn't he inside?
Oh God! Oh God!
Barry! Look out! Barry, move! Barry!
He made it inside, Wake. He's okay.
The storefront's blocked. Come on, Wake, let's go around. We can meet him in the back.
Jaha. No. Ei. Mä luulen, että tässä olisi ollut sitä keltaista tekstiä, mutta ei ollut.
We can make it through the bookstore. Wheeler should be waiting for us in the backyard.
Keep the hell down or I'll call the sheriff.
Oh, hi, Doc. I've got it. Don't worry about it.
Sarah, about time somebody showed up. All the shooting in the air is idiotic. One of these days they'll kill somebody. And over Deerfest.
I know. Go back to bed. He's got a point, Wake. Look, this town can't take this.
It's me they want. The sooner I get out of here, the sooner you can all get back to life as usual.
I hope you're right. Come on.
Bright Falls, Deerfest.
Wait, you got the keys to the bookstore?
Perks of being the sheriff. A girl needs to get around.
Okay. Whatever that means.
They're really taking advantage of your...
Cynthia Weaver worked hard, following her obsessive rituals, sometimes fighting them, always giving in to them in the end. She haunted the halls of Bright Falls' abandoned power plant. She marked her caches with light-sensitive paint that could only be seen by eyes that had been touched by darkness and saved by light like she'd been. She was preparing defenses and supply lines for the war she knew would come. The war between the forces of light and darkness.
Presents here, Wake. I heard they're selling a lot of your Alex Casey books.
Right now, I'm not a big fan of my own writing.
Makes sense. Häh? Älä nyt sano, että täällä ylhäällä ei ole mitään. Ei edes termospulloa.
I don't see Barry.
Look, Wake. Maybe that's him.
Mä kuulen huohotusta, mutta... No niin. Löytyhän se. Huohottaja. Termos. Matka jatkuu. Ei aseita kirkkoon. Sori, ei piilotettuja aseita.
Howard a piece of my mind about this lock. I told him to get it fixed.
Here they come.
Let's take a break.
Physical labor. Let's take a break. Survive the assault. Okay. Tuo haulikko pisti vähän. Nää on jotain kalastajia. Ei onks täällä useampi nopea? Oh. Oh no. Missä se menee? On niin, että 2 vielä. Nyt on rasittava viho. Vittu. Pysähdy. Kiitos.
Okay, it's open. Let's go, Wake.
Ovi on auki. No. Semmonen fat finger.
Why?
Well, it's tradition.
For it to be free, the Dark Presence needed the writer to finish the story. Again and again, the story let it get frustratingly close to the writer without letting it capture him. It was bound by the events depicted in the manuscript, but it could pursue the writer indirectly, put others on the task, and stop those who would help him. It took over everything in its path, made them its puppets, and sent them after Alan Wake.
We're almost there. We'll have to go through the basement to get to the parking lot.
Yeah, there's no way going through the crypt will turn out to be a bad idea.
Totta kai. Kirkon kellari. Mikä voisi mennä vikaan? Sitä on tämmönen sokkel. Bonk, bonk. Vähän viintä, vähän ehtoollisviintä. Lähtee kankkunen. Ai niin joo, pitää muistaa, että kaiken tämän sekoilun aikana meillä on ihan jäättävä kanuuna. Koska me ollaan vedetty jotain kunnon jenkkimaalaisuutta ja pontikkaa, mikä on varmaan niinku semmoista myrkkyä, että oksat pois. Ei, siihen on viin. Ei muuta vieläkään tainnut etsiä niitä korkkipuita. Taas oman viinikellarin. No.
Guess that one saw the light, huh? You didn't like that one? A tough audience. Well, I got plenty more.
What are the Christmas lights for?
Protection, man! Like garlic against vampires?
Vampires.
The helicopter's just across the parking lot and up the hill. Come on!
No siellähän se on. Spottivalot ja kaikki. Kissa kadonnut, voi ei! Vittu joulu. Älä nyt ei. Ei ehkä tarpeeksi kirkkaat, mut kaunis ajatus.
The Bright Falls General Store is now my favorite place in the entire world. See this headlamp? It's like a superpower. I can just look at one of those things and they die. It's my flaming eye of Mordor. I wish I didn't say that.
Yeah.
Hey, I want a headlamp.
Last one.
Bastard.
Bastard.
Alice had screamed until she had no voice left to scream. Around her, the darkness was alive. It was cold and wet and malevolent and without end. She was a prisoner, trapped in the dark place. The terror would have burned her mind out, but one thing made her hang on. She could sense Alan in the dark. She could hear him. She could see the words he was writing as flickering shadows. He sensed her too. He was trying to work his way to her.
He sensed him, he sensed her.
When someone throws a damn school bus at your head and you're about to take a helicopter ride with someone who may or may not have a pilot's license, you're cleared for departure to Night Springs. No offense, Sheriff.
Mm-hmm. Vroom, vroom, vroom. Timber. Hei! Tossahan on ihan mekaniikka, mikä näyttää milloin pitää käyttää tuota supervahvaa. Cool. Tämänkin kun olisin tajunnut aiemmin. Mä dotkasin.
Oh, I'm never gonna get used to this.
Go to the helipad.
The helicopter's just up ahead. I'll need a while to prep for takeoff.
Don't take too long. I want to get out of here.
Niin me kaikki. Vois ottaa noin valmiiksi. Nytkö meillä on vähän niinku taskut tää ihan kaikkea. Kuin paha mylly tästä tulee. Tässä oli niin paljon tätä resurssia. So spooky. Ow. kyllä tunnollinen pilotti, kun käy tämmöisessä tilanteessa checklistin läpi. Mut sit taas toisaalta. Ois se nyt vähän noloa kaiken tän jälkeen kuolla jollekin yksinkertaiselle pikkumokalle. Pam! Flap, 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 flap. Epic!
Just get me to Weaver, Sheriff.
You're taking a big chance on a local crazy lady, Al. I hope you're right about her, or we can kiss this town goodbye.
Kiss this town goodbye. Flap, 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 flap.
I guess you New Yorkers are used to rough situations like this.
Right, the city's a war zone. King Kong, mutant alligators, and Alex Casey shoots the place up every weekend. Look, I never even carried a gun until a couple of days ago.
Well, my dad used to be a cop there. Tells some pretty wild stories.
Stuff like this?
No, just normal bad stuff. Kinda like your books, Wake. I used to tease Dad that he was just like Alex Casey.
You've read me.
Oh, sure. You're a pretty good writer. A little heavy on the metaphors, maybe.
Nobody's ever said that before.
We're coming up on the power plant. See the lit building over there? And that's the dam further up the river. I can't land here. I'll take her down the road across the river.
Just get me there, Sheriff.
Rannikkovartioston Gobder. Totta kai. Ja nyt ne laskeutuu sen ennenkin katolle suoraan. Hei, sori, et sä tipuit kyynistä. Hyvä rellu kuulaa niin paljon kuin vaan taskuihin mahtuu ja sit mennään. Kun heti ihan full blast tilanne päällä. Joo. Oho, nyt on kyllä haulikon kuulee. Jos vetää haulikolla vähän aikaa, ei tarvi kärvistellä.
And here's a new song from a band that they always remind me of our local rock legends, the Old Gods. I couldn't tell you why. I guess it's just, one of those things. Anyway, here's Poets of the Fall and their latest single, War.
Poets of the Fallkin oli päässyt. Joku siitä jo mainitsikin tuolla aiemmin. Kuinka moni on tajunnut, että ne on oikea bändi ja tää on oikea biisi? Tostakin varmaan pitää nyt vaan painua pois ennen kuin YouTube taas sekoon. Oi! Ai! Dotkeminen ei kyllä toimi tohon vittu, nyt on kyllä perseestä. Missä se iso kaveri on? Tuolla. Joo. Joo, nyt on paljon tuota haulikon kuulaa ja vois käyttää sitä vähän. Yksi jäljellä.
Power plant glowed in the night. It was close, but I had to find a way across.
No niin, missä on nuhlapuu? Thanks. Se olikin hyvä demonstraatio, että jos ton manuskripti haluaa tosta, niin sitä ei kannata tosta kohti hakea. No. On. Kato sit kun sä saat sähköiskuja ja kaadut, niin sä et ainakaan lyö päätä. Warning, this is a hard hat area. Please stay hard-hatted at all times. Hei. Sä voit töniä mua, kun mä lamputan sua.
Making her way through the water pipe alone, Cynthia was angry at the writer. Foolish young man, taking unnecessary risks. And the way he broke the rules. Didn't he understand what was at stake? Since the terrible days in the 70s, she hadn't wavered once, as hard as it had been. She was tired of protecting the town all these long years, and now only wanted to rest.
Korkeasti äänestäinen. Oli täällä jossain niitä. Joo, tää kato tossa tommonen. Salamin kuva. Magara. Oikeeks tää? Tääkin tämmönen labyrintti kyllä. Jaa. Oota, mä lataan älä vielä. Hei, manuska. Sitten toi hidas hissi.
The story I had written in the cabin had come true. Touched by the dark presence, I had written a horror story, but the end was still missing. The story was incomplete, and the last unfinished page of the manuscript still sat in the typewriter in the cabin study. If I could get back there, if I could read the page, then I could write my own ending to this story and save Alice.
Tää tarina on kesken vielä. Interesting. Totta kai silta on poikki. Mä odotin hyppysäikkyä tän nurkan jälkeen ja sit mä olisin, että ei se varmaan tuhkaa ja totta kai se oli sit tossa ovessa. Tää oli jotenkin niin perätty tolle hyppysäikylle. Ja niin se pyörii. Joo, ei mitään kiirettä. Voi vitsi, että kestää. More birds. Vihaan lintuja. Ja totta kai tää lähti pyörii tälleen. Hei, oliks tossa? Ei. Ja te ootte vielä ilmassa. I'll give you support. Yes, support me. Jäit sit sinne taakse. Tossa voisi olla kyllä semmonen megalamppu, joka vaan sulattaa noin kerran läpi. Ois meillä vielä tämmönen? Ottakaa tosta. Ja vittu mä kuolin. Voi voi. Kuulat lobbu. Oi ei, lintuja. Hei. Missä mä näen Flare? Tossa. Safe haven.
I recognized the logo on the power plant sign. I'd seen a version of it painted all over the area, signifying hidden caches of supplies.
Power Company olikin kaveri koko ajan.
Hold it right there!
Miss Weaver, Cynthia, I'm a friend.
Prove it!
You knew Zane, Thomas Zane. You're the Lady of the Light in the song. You can help me.
About time. Young man, I've been waiting a very long time for you.
Young man.
It's in the well-lit room.
Mikä on hyvin valaistussa huoneessa?
Excuse me?
What you'll need to drive the darkness back. The well-lit room is at the dam. I built the room to keep it safe.
Will it help me find Alice? Will it get me back to the cabin? Fine, let's go. I can get my friends to come back with the helicopter.
Oh, we won't go outside. Never at night. That's rule number 1. You've been breaking the rules, young man, and where has that gotten us, No, I have a secret route, a lit route, an old water pipe. Something was damaged at the transformer yard. It's draining all the reserve power. Without it, the pipe will go dark. The power to the yard must be cut.
Let me guess. You want me to do it?
Young man, you're the one who likes to break the rules. I can't be outside in the dark. The kill switch is outside.
Go outside. It's okay. Nothing bad will happen.
I have been preparing for these times, the dark tides. You have found my caches, haven't you? You can see the signs. Very few people can. Yes, please, take what you need. This is all for you, for the likes of us. We do Tom's work, don't we? Hurry! The switch is on the wall facing the shore.
Ja. Mitä tää tekee? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Oho. Oho. Darkness waits in my dreams.
I was willing to do grunt work for her to get her to help me. I hoped Weaver was dependable. I'd stumbled into this crazy world a little over a week ago. She had been living this insanity for decades.
Rule number 1. Never go out at night. No. Täällä me ollaan jo.
I could see the kill switch that would cut the power to the transformer yard. Now I had to find a way to reach it.
Ei vitsi. Onks täs putsle? Ei varmaan. No onhan täs. Olipas vaikea. Tää on kyllä hyvä. Mä en tiedä mikä näissä pelien putsleissa on ollut. Mikäköhän se, mitä me viimeksi jossain pelattiin, missä oli kaiken näköisiä putsleja. Ennen kuin mä edes tiesin, miten se koko homma toimii, niin kun mä testasin niitä nappuloita. Keep the lights on, okei. Okay. Niin sitten se putsleena vaan ratkoi itsensä siinä, kun mä vaan tyyppasin silleen, että mites tää vois toimia. Klik, 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 ja sitten se oli vaan solved. Tot kävi nyt taas vähän samalla tavalla. Oho. Näistä tuli tällaiset.
The transformer yard went dark and dead. Weaver's water pipe passage should now be good to go.
Return to Weaver. Oho. Au. Mulla ei muuten kohta kuulla enää ollenkaan. Rule number 1. Never go off at night. Eiku, yeah. Juu. Olisiko nää vaikka mennä sellaiseen kivaa läjää? Out of ammo. Piu. Eikö... Mä en halua tuhlaa suhun flaree. Mene pois. Ikävä tilanne, kun ei oo kuulaa. Come.
This way. We need to go.
Yeah.
I knew them both, Tom and Barbara. I had such a crush on him. Such a beautiful man. I was jealous.
Change the bulbs.
Part of me that was maybe a little glad when she had the accident. And then Tom started writing and woke the darkness up. He tried to bring her back, but you can't do that. There are no free rides like that.
I'm starting to realize that.
In that case, young man, perhaps you're a smarter man than Tom was. The witch looked like her, but it wasn't. Barbara was sweet. He didn't understand until it was too late. He tried to undo it, wrote himself, her, everything he'd ever written out of the world. Oh, he was so famous. And afterward, no one...
Oliko se Cyberpunk-pointsi?
He left only one thing behind.
Simulla oli joku haju, mutta se oli mun mielestä ennen sitä.
Insurance. He trusted me. Or perhaps...
Yksi mikä oli ainakin, se oli Ressu. Ressussahan ne putslet vähän meni silleen, että mä en sitä tajunnut.
Knew I wouldn't refuse him. I built the well-lit room and put it there.
Curse you, Thomas Zane.
We are characters trapped in a story we have written, and none of us will survive to see the end of it if the darkness isn't stopped. She'll twist the story to her own dark ends.
How do you know all this?
Tom, that's the way he wrote it. He still talks to me, you know, in television, from beyond, from below. We have both been...
Vitsi, että sä saat kelaa kauan sitä sun luukkua auki siinä. Ja toisaalta sehän riittää, että meillä on vaan ihmisen mentävä aukko tosta.
This pipe will take us directly to the well-lit room.
Okay, I need to call my friends, tell them where we're going.
Ei taida toimia puhelin tuolla.
Barry, we're headed to the dam in one of the pipes. Meet us there.
Okay, I'll tell Sarah.
It's Sarah now?
Whoa! No! For the sweet love of...
Barry! Barry! We gotta go see if they're okay.
They're probably dead. You must reach the well-lit room. This is no time to be a selfish idiot.
That's my best friend.
Epäilyttävä mummo. Ei, tää on hyvis mummo. Mummossa ei ole mitään epäilyttävää.
Well, be a fool. I'll use the pipe. I'll meet you at the dam if you make it.
Mikä toi Teppo se hyppy oli? Oi voi voi.
At least I didn't have to worry.
Ei sitä saanut.
She knew how to
Hyppäs alastu. Voi voi. Se on jotain semmonen juttu, että mä olisin mielelläni pysynyt tuolla putkessa, koska mulla ei oo kuulaa tähän leikkiin. The well-lit room. Kraa, kraa, kraa.
Sarah was almost starting to relax. Maybe they could turn this into a win yet. Suddenly, there was a piercing sound, like a table saw gone wild, as 100 birds made out of shadows swarmed into the rotor. The chopper bucked wildly and the board lit up, telling her what she already knew. They were going down. Barry Wheeler screamed next to her.
No, tän verranhan me jo tiedettiin. Ei lintuja. Perhana kun nuo linnut voi vaan tulla niinku maan läpi ja kaikkea, on hirveän ärsyttäviä. Tai maan ja seinien, kaiken mahdollisen. Mistä ne nyt ikinä haluukaan.
The crash site looked bad, but as far as I could tell, the wreck was empty.
No bodies. Jos toi mummo on kirjoittanut noin tekstit, niin onko se mummon huohotusta, mitä me kuullaan aina? Kysypähän vaan. Ei. Pitäisikö vähän chillaa sen räiskimisen kanssa?
I have a different ending in mind.
Yeah, I'm fine. Thanks for asking.
I knew you'd be all right.
How's that?
The flaming eye of Mordor?
Laugh it up, funny man. Do we have somewhere to go?
Weaver will meet us at the dam.
Weaver. Eihän tänne jäänyt mitään. Nope. Nyt on joulukuusi, voi. Kaveri on kyllä helppo spottaa.
When you spend most of your night running uphill while the crazy bunch of demon hicks try to take your head off with an axe. You know your helicopter crash landed in Night Springs. But ow, we're safe in the light!
Safe in the light.
Ooh, should have kept that gym membership.
See those lights? That's the elevator we need to take.
Gymille siitä. Nostamaan painoja. Tekemään kardiota. Sitten nää taas näitä nopeet. Papapap. No nää nyt liikkuu ja niitä nyt ei kiinnosta. Joku bugaa. Aa. Se oli toi ääniefekti, mikä bugasti. Bam 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 bam. Ne kun tuut tähän näin, niin ne vaan hävii. Tollain noin. Tässä ei ole mitään hätää.
Was that it? Are we safe?
That was... Wow.
Come on, Al. Couldn't we just wait here? Please? Hey, Al, I got a bad feeling.
Call the elevator. I'm keeping watch.
I got a bad feeling about this. Nyt on taas kuulaa.
Heads up. Here they come.
Ja taas mennä.
Oh no.
Bam.
They're coming. We have to hold them off. Far enough.
Ai, ei mitäs tuu lokkii nyt. Mitä missasin? Mä tiedän. Helikopteri meni putkeen. Kun mä en tiedä kuinka kauan saattaa olla pois. Me oltiin putkessa, sit me ei oltu putkessa, koska helikopteri tippui, mutta kukaan ei kuollut helikopterin tippuessa, nyt me odotetaan hissiä. Ja nyt se hissi tuli.
Al, hit the button.
I hitted the button.
We're almost there. There's an entrance into the dam at the top. What's the plan, Wake?
Well, Weaver's crazy, but she's got something Zane left behind. Something to fix this.
Gee, could you be a little more vague?
Thomas Zane? Seriously? Might as well be Paul Bunyan or Bigfoot.
Yeah, well, he was real.
Let's be careful, okay?
Yes. Be very careful.
Okay, Wake. There's a button over there that opens the door.
This one?
I think something's broken. Hold the button down so we can get in.
Hei. Mitäs sä vaikka pitäisit sitä pohjassa? Yllätys.
You guys go ahead and find Weaver. She should be in the dam now. I'll have to make it alone through the top.
Okay, wait. Good luck. Don't get yourself killed.
Ow! Please be careful.
I'll take good care of Barry, Wake.
Mistäs? Varmaan tuolta, kun sieltä tulee joku...
Gotta be kidding me.
Näin mä vähän ajattelinkin.
Down, boy.
Down. Voi vittu.
Thomas Zane knew he had to remove all that had made this horror possible, including himself. That was the only way to banish the dark presence he had unleashed and now looked at him through the eyes of his dead love. But he also knew that despite his best efforts, it might someday return. So even as he wrote himself and his work out of existence, he added a loophole as insurance, an exception to the rule. Anything of his stored in a shoebox would remain.
Jaa. Supertaikalaatikko. Mitä ikinä sinne laittaa? Se on säilyvä iäti. Oh no! Se olisi kyllä ollut liian kiva, että siellä olisi ollut lamput koko matkan. Nyt mä kuolen jollekin taamarin linnuille, jotka tulee maan läpi. Tekee se mun damageen eikö ne lähti pois? Okei. Okei. Tää on vitu one-linerit mitä näillä on. Toi on tuolla jumissa, se ei halua tulla. Toi tulee mut hyvin, no ei sekään kai. No ihan sama. Saatana.
You will go no further. Stop now.
Sinä et nyt mene yhtään pitemmälle ja sit se heittää mua pakulla, mikä auttaa mua menemään pitemmälle. Et tainnut miettiä loppuun asti. Nyt kuulen Dark Presence. Nyt Alan, käytä niitä sun keuhkoja. Tervas. Onks tää se hetki, kun on hirveä kiire juosta karkuun, niin oot silleen kerääntää vähän vitun kahvitermoksia. Ai. And we are all safe.
You made it. Well done. I'm glad I was wrong. But it was a foolish chance to take. Don't worry about the noise. We're safe here. I have looked after the well-lit room for many, many years now. There is no shadow in the well-lit room. The power is fail-safe. All the bulbs are numbered and changed regularly based on their make and model.
Right.
There's an old army base at Raincoat Point, north of here. It was active during the Second World War. They operated here back then. They must have built this.
Yes, they did. It's my place now.
My house.
Take it, and I won't need to worry about the room anymore, because 6 and 33 and 118 need changing soon, and I don't want to climb up the ladder to change them because it's very late, and I'm tired. And if you take it, I won't have to do that anymore.
The page was autobiographical, a memory from my childhood. But I didn't write this. It was a page written by Thomas Zane. None of them were supposed to exist anymore.
Alan, 7 years old, would fight sleep to the bitter end. When he did sleep, he soon woke up, screaming, the nightmares fresh in his mind.
Thomas Zane on luonut Alan Wake.
His mother, sitting by his bed, offered him an old light switch. She called it the clicker, and flicking the switch would turn on a magical light that would drive the beast away. To imbue the talisman with all possible power, she added that it had been given to her by Alan's father. Alan never knew him, and anything of his took on mythical proportions in his mind. With the clicker firmly in his hand, Alan finally slept like a baby. Now, almost 30 years later, Alan thought of this as he stood on the rim of Cauldron Lake, the clicker in his hand. He took a deep breath and jumped.
My mind swirled. I'd given the clicker to Alice, yet it was here. Zane had written it into existence, in a story I had written.
A writer writing writers writing stories. Copyright.
Previously on Alan Wake, I wrote a horror story that has come true.
9:30.
If I continue like the dark presence wants me to, the story I'm writing won't save Alice. It's a horror story. No one will survive.
You knew Zane! Thomas Zane! You're the Lady of the Light in the song!
He left something behind to help me. The clicker.
Alan thought of this as he stood on the rim.
Mutta eikö se olisi kiva jättää vielä, jos tää loppuu kohta, niin ainakin yksi striimikerta vielä.
And jumped.
I can get to her now. I can finish
Uhkava mahdollisuus, mutta se on aika vähän siinä. No tää nyt oli aika lyhyt, tunti 20, mut... Ehkä me jätetään vaan hyviä aikaa. Mulla on vähän huonoja kokemuksia silleen, no tää peli varmaan loppuu kohta, pelataan tää nopea ohi. Mä oon 2 kertaa sen tehnyt ja ne on molemmat johtanut siihen, että mä oon ollut joskus aamu 2 täällä vielä striimaamassa. Arki-iltana. Ei tehdä tänään sitä, pelataan paremmalla ajalla. Vaikka joku viikonloppustriimi. Niin kuin mä viime viikollakin lupasin ja sit mitään ei tapahtunut. Hetkinen, mitä päivää me eletään? Torstai. Se on muuten väkisin viikonloppu. Mut joo, ei ehkä jatketa tänään, niin mä voin rauhassa vielä chillailla tässä. Ettei mene liian myöhäiseksi. Eli ensi kerralla lisää. Milloin se on? Jaa. Saa nähdä. Saa nähdä. Ehkä huomenna, ehkä lauantai, ehkä sunnuntai, ehkä ei minään näistä. Joka tapauksessa nyt mä lopettelen. Kahtella ensi kerralla lisää. Hei hei, hyvästi ja hyvää yötä.